Coming up, we'll see Kyler Murray and Dak Prescott face off for the first time. It's a series Dallas leads 56-33, but Arizona has won 5 of the last 6. It's Week 17, and it's headed your way on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington in the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is Tony Pollard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes this Dallas offense, led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, 1 cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
He's got a man, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Again, it's Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown! It's complete. Sean McKeon. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray. The dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. This defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Open space inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
4 yards remain for second down. Throwing now is Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
First down, Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. To throw again on second down, Murray. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Neville Gallimore in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A give to Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To Lamb, he pulls it in. What a catch. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Murray a give. This is Connor. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 21-0 our score after one. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now Green, well, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds a seam inside the 40. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Again, he finds more. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray buying time to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
From the gun, Murray. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on them? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for it after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Prescott from the gun. Left side to Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They give it to Peterson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott had 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Cowboys are able to add on to their first-half lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Here's Edmonds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Check back 11, check back 11.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Murray again. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Prescott on 1st down. Dancing to his left. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. A good hands there defensively at 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll kick things off with an NFC East battle between 2 old foes, Philadelphia and Washington. And just a field goal separating these two sides as they've gone to halftime. The Eagles trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is end of the weekend in the NFC. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Penn State, Micah Parsons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target man. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Throwing, Prescott. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown. Use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Murray. He finds Hopkins complete.
Pardon me, sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cards stringing together a couple of good pickups. It's another first down on that play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And